Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Deja Vu, and I'm going to be bringing you set 2 from the match between STX and Hwaesung Oz. This is the Shinameg Proleague, round 4, week 6, and this is going to be on Heartbreak Ridge. Between for STX it's Hwaesung, a Protoss player, pretty average overall, 46% overall. He's going to be playing a Terran in Lomo. Hwaesung is 43% versus Terran, and Lomo is 49% overall, 47% versus Protoss, but he hasn't played a lot of Protoss games. He only played 17 total Protoss games, so yeah, he hasn't played a lot, so we don't really know exactly what to expect from him. We'll see how he does here in what will be his 18th PvP. 18th, unless we have discussed. Whatever. And yeah, but this is kind of what happens when Lomo becomes your like 3rd or 4th best player. Is that you just start sending out. This is the best lineup that Hwaesung Oz can send out, by the way. But it's the lineup that they've been sending out over and over again. It's Jadon, Lomo, Haya, Bako. In some order, those 4 play the first 4 games in like the last like 6 matches they played or whatever. So for better or for worse, they're living off of Lomo, and we'll see how he does. This is Heartbreak Ridge, and in terms of TVP, it's actually favored for Protoss, 6-2. You'd think it'd be favored for Zerg. This is with a lot of the ridges and things that Terran would be able to take advantage of, but Protoss has been doing very, very well on it. And we'll see. Okay, no one's going for some uber cheese here. We did see Bisu do some sweet cheese on Flash the other week. Maybe it was Nita. He did some sweet cheese on Nita, not Flash, on Nita, where he had proxy gateway into cannon rush into some moons and Zealots. It was pretty sweet. Definitely go check that out if you haven't already. Go check out DC versus Nita on the same map. I did commentate that game, so I don't know if anyone else did, but if you did not, you can definitely go see it on my account. And okay, and there's the pylon going down at the natural there for Hwaesung. So maybe we'll see a Forge fast expand from Hwaesung versus a Terran player. No, there's almost no way he'd ever do that, but yeah. Lomo on the left side of the map is going for a supply depot, as per norm here, and nothing fishy going on from him, that's for sure. He is a pretty standard player. I don't really see too much creative play from him. I've done a lot of watching Oz matches this Proleague round, and I've seen him a lot, and he's pretty basic. You know, he doesn't really do anything special, but he plays a solid standard game. And you do have to take him down. You know, that's what happens when you play a solid standard game. Someone's got to do something to take you down. You certainly don't lose yourself. Someone has to beat you, which, if that's how you choose to play, that it works. But yeah, Refinery going down for Lomo as well, so he's going to be playing completely standard. And actually, okay, never mind. This is going to be a 12 next from Hwaesung, so he's going to do something a little audacious here. He's going to go for that 12 next. That's why that pilot was in a forward position, so that we can probably build his gateway and core out there, make more of a block there, and also be able to cruise him that much closer to his expansion, which can be very, very important if this does get scouted out, and especially for his defense. And Hwaesung also going out for a scout here. He's going to get the scout first. He's going to do everything first. He's putting down a gateway there right between the pylon and the nexus, and what that's going to do is it's going to make a block there against that ramp. With vultures or something come through there, and they will be forced to like go through. I don't know if that's a good idea. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is going to block the ramp off there, but just for example, if a vulture did get back there, it'll be very hard for Hwaesung to get back there with the dragoons and actually fight off a vulture if it's put on that ramp or something. I don't know if that's a great strategical move there, but I'm sure he has some sort of reason for doing it. Most of the players have like some exact building placement order that they want, so there's got to be something for that. And now the 12 Nex is being scouted out, and now the Cyber Night Scope placed there too. In a weird spot to try and block there, and a second gateway going down as well. This is going to be a very, very tight squeezed building here, and Lomo's going to see all this, so he knows that a 12 Nexus is going to go up. He's going down, his factory has already started, so he's going to be feeling pretty standard here. And what is he doing here? Pulling SCVs off. Is he going to go for some sort of big rush here with SCVs and Marines? He's going to go try and put down a bunker or something? This could be interesting. This could be very, very interesting. And that probe on the top side of that, there's 2 ways to scout in Heartbreak Ridge. You can either go on the top side or the bottom side, and that probe was on the top side, and Lomo was going on the bottom side, but luckily for Yoongjung, his probe was moving and just barely caught the side of those SCVs, so he should see this coming. He should know that there's a bunch of SCVs and a bunch of Marines coming, and Yoongjung making a great play here, throwing down a pylon in the gap between the natural and the main of Lomo, blocking the Vulture and blocking the Marine from coming in. They're going to be stuck there forever destroying that pylon. Vultures are so terrible versus building. Bunker already started at the natural there. He's Yoongjung coming out with a probe, doing a little bit of a probe drill here. Oh wow, that was actually pretty decently effective, but they need to get to the Marines. He needs to micro and get to those Marines. He can't just be fighting SCVs. One of the Marines go down, one Marine is left, and the SCVs are going to go down. This is great by Yoongjung, great micro by Yoongjung. He took down most of those SCVs, and he took down all the Marines, and that bunker's not going to do anything. So this counter by Lomo against the 12 next, he was going for this little bunker rush with Vulture backup, but he got foiled pretty effectively here. And Lomo's is definitely going to be falling behind here, especially since Dragoons are already out for Yoongjung, so that Vulture is not going to do anything, especially since considering how tight that block is. And yeah, it's as crowded as it is in that natural for Yoongjung, it's going to be even harder for Vulture to get through there and actually do any damage. I don't even know if it's possible. It might be able to sneak in between that pylon and that core. I'm not positive about that, but I don't think so. I think that is a pretty incredibly tight choke there, which is apparently what he was going for. That's why he did that, blocking out and putting so many buildings there. He blocked off his brain from what I think is kind of a questionable move, but looks like he might not be forced to ruin that decision. And Command Center going down for Lomo now at his natural expansion. So he's going to try and play a little bit of catch up here in terms of the expansion battle. And he's definitely going to be behind economically. If he just sits here and doesn't do any sort of harassment, he will fall behind. And so he really needs to do something, whether it's maybe, I don't know if he can't get any Vultures in there, but maybe doing a drop ship, maybe getting a couple drops in on the main could help him here. But if he just sits here and lets things happen, it could be bad for him. And he's going for some mines here, throwing down some mines there, going to stop the Dragoons from pushing out, that's for sure. And so Yoongjung will have to wait until he gets observers in order to actually go through. And you know, I just realized Yoongjung's actual name is Shuttle, and Shuttle is so much easier to say than Yoongjung, so I'm going to say Shuttle now. I just realized what that actually was. I just clicked on his page and saw that. So I'm going to start calling him Shuttle now because that's actually easy to say, whereas Yoongjung is not. And Shuttle actually throwing down a pylon at the top right there in order to scout if any sort of drops or if anything really comes from there. That's a good position in there. I do like watching Protoss players spread their pylons out. It lets them do a lot better scouting of their main and things, and that's very helpful. Robotics facility going down for Shuttle as well. And I'm not sure what Lomo's doing here. I don't know what his strategy is. We will see what he's doing. Yeah, more pylons going on around his base for Shuttle, and I do like that a lot. And I didn't see a second refinery going down. Maybe he was preparing for engineering bay going up for Lomo, so he's going to be preparing for some Reavers here. It looks like he suspected this, and that's what you usually see the engineering bay for down in TVP. It's usually for turret, whether it's for DT or to counter the Shuttle.